Hello, glad to have you join us. This is Nationwide. I'm Ruth Aguela. The 41st Abu Dhabi International Petroleum Exhibition and Conference is creating an industry of optimism with focus on energy transition, digital innovation and collaboration, shaping the sector's resilient future. Global leaders will here prioritize decarbonization, AI and local content growth for sustainable global energy. Lydia Sampson reports.
Over the last 4 decades, this gathering has grown into a world-class event, attracting thousands of energy professionals globally. IDPEC serves as a dynamic platform where industry leaders, experts, innovators gather annually in Abu Dhabi to showcase latest technology, discuss challenges, and foster collaboration on energy transformation and sustainability. From modest beginning 41 years ago, it now features thousands of exhibitors and conference sessions, influencing global energy policies and advancing decarbonization efforts for participants. IDPEC, which started in 1984 as a regional forum for the oil and gas industry, now completely embodies the future of energy dialogue and innovation. From Abu Dhabi, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Nigeria is leveraging its mutual bilateral cooperation with the People's Republic of China to reap more benefits, especially on road infrastructure and human capacity development. Minister of Works for State, Mohammed Bello Goronyo, says Nigeria is exploring more areas of mutual cooperation with China that will promote direct foreign investment in the country. Kenneth Nanim reports.
Minister of State for Works, Mohammed Bello Goronyo, who led a joint delegation from the Federal Ministry of Works and the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency on a one-week technical visit to the People's Republic of China, had discussions on strengthening collaboration in infrastructure development, technology transfer, public-private partnerships framework, and youth capacity building, in line with renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu.
We have the Four Legacy project that Mr. President brought, that is the Ilela Sokoto Lagos Badagry Coastal Highway, which is about 1,068 kilometers. Apart from all these projects, the legacy projects is undertaken. We have other critical projects that Mr. President has inherited and are ongoing.
Other areas of engagement include partnership to provide specialized machinery to enhance farmers' operational efficiency and establishment of structured training programs to equip Nigerian youths with practical skills on equipment operation, maintenance, and related technical services. Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has refuted making a statement attributed to him by an online media platform, Rand HQ, that Nigerians are satisfied with the country's conditions amid killings. In a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Eseme Eyibo, Akpabio described the post as a total falsehood, a product of mischief, and a desperate attempt to incite misunderstanding between him and US President Donald Trump, as well as between Nigeria and its international partners. Akpabio challenged the publishers to produce evidence supporting the claim, describing it as digital recklessness, aimed at tarnishing reputations and inflaming diplomatic tensions. The statement urged the public to ignore the falsehood as it warns those who trade in misinformation to desist from peddling fabricated and unverified stories. Ahead of the November 8th off-cycle governorship election in Anambra State, signing of the peace accord by all governorship candidates in the race alongside their political parties is underway in Awka, the Anambra State capital. Onome Okadigo reports. Okay, we'll definitely hook you up with that story in the course of the bulletin. But we hear the People's Democratic Party is sinking into deeper crisis as the Senator Samuel Anyanwu-led faction takes over the national headquarters of the party in Abuja amidst tight security. That will also come in the course of the bulletin. Let's turn to other issues. Borno State government is leveraging opportunities to take the business sector to an enviable level, making it more attractive and stabilized in line with its recovery drive due to years of insurgency. Now determined to close existing gaps within the business cycle, a meeting on ease of doing business under the State Action on Business Enabling Reform has held in Maiduguri. Let's hear from Abubakar Musa.
Gathered here are high-ranking Borno State government officials as well as categories of entrepreneurs who have converged to come up with practical solutions towards simplifying business operations, especially among private sector owners, for accelerated development of Borno and Nigeria as a whole. The meeting provided a blueprint that is expected to usher in a paradigm shift within the business sector, especially in terms of scaling up, while analyzing issues that have over the years caused setbacks.
What the government has done is to, provide the enabling environment for businesses to thrive.
There must be a synergy between the industry and government.
They should be in the picture that the SABA reform, State Action on Business Enabling Reform, is here to stay.
While acknowledging Borno State government's unrelenting commitment, entrepreneurs presented a series of challenges hindering smooth conduct of businesses and the need to address them urgently. In Maiduguri, Abubakar Musa, NTA News.
All right, let's go back to the Okar situation. I told you the upcoming election, that's November, off-cycle election, November 8th, all is set, especially as all governorship candidates just signed a peace accord. So we join our correspondent, Onome. I'm sure you monitored events there, so please fill us in. Okay, we seem to be having a challenge there with the signal. Okay, fantastic. I think you're back on. Let's hear you.
Political parties to avoid inciting statements that will hit the polity during and after the election. The national chairman, Ojo Amupiton, this is his first national assignment, said that the INEC is committed to ensuring that the elections here in Anambra is hitch-free. They ensure all the materials and others, the beavers are working, and other logistics involved in this election will be put in place. The IG of police, who was represented by DIG Benjamin Okolo, also reiterated the police force commitment to ensuring a peaceful election in Anambra State. He says the police remain impartial. And of course, my colleague is here with me, Daniel, who will bring us up to speed on the preparedness of the Nigerian police on the forthcoming Anambra 8th governorship election. Daniel.
All right, thank you. Like she said, the Inspector General of Police, who was represented by DIG Benjamin Okolo, who encouraged the men of the Nigerian police to ensure that they conduct themselves in an orderly manner while adhering to Section 4 of the Police Act 2020. And this confers on the Nigerian police the responsibility of protecting lives and property before, during, and after the election. He also reminded them of the need to be professional in the conduct of the election. Before now, about 25,000 police, 45,000 policemen are to be deployed in Anambra State, and helicopters and other drones for area surveillance have also been deployed. All are in efforts to ensure that there is peace before, during, and after the election.
Daniel and Onome there for that update. So I'll say INEC check, security check, and of course NTA bringing you all developments as they unfold regarding this upcoming off-cycle election. Of course, check. Thank you, Daniel. So we turn to other issues. The Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project has introduced a cutting-edge management information system to streamline livestock data management and improve decision-making. This was revealed at a workshop organized for monitoring and evaluation officers and their assistants for data collection, processing and analysis for improved livestock productivity. National coordinator of the program, Sanusi Abubakar, said the workshop is, critical in achieving efficiency and reliability through ICT.
We have our impact across the states, activities that we are doing. We want to feel from the people, from the stakeholders, what is happening. Are we doing the right thing? And so far, so good. We are doing it, but we want to put it in a proper shape. So that is the essence of this MIS tool that we are deploying.
The system will allow us to collect data that is easily retrievable, and also give access to major stakeholders.
Our press project aims to improve livestock productivity, resilience and commercialization, ultimately contributing to Nigeria's economic growth and poverty eradication. So, our next stop will be Lagos. Let's join Ingino John Adams. Hello, Ingino. Good to see you.
Welcome to Lagos. Nigeria is said to have the responsibility of leading Africa's renaissance, especially in actualizing the prospects of Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement of building over 10 trillion GDP in line with the realization of the African Union Agenda 2063. Amaka Owo reports that this was stated at a high business forum organized by the New Partnership for Africa Development, NEPAD business group held in Lagos.
Mobilizing Africa's private sector for the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, towards Africa's economic development and global uncertainty formed the theme of this gathering that seeks to reposition the African continent on the path of self-industrialization.
Let us seize this moment to reaffirm our faith in Nigeria's stability to shape its own destiny towards achieving the US $1 trillion GDP within the context of an integrated African market, whose current GDP of US $3.4 trillion is projected to reach US $8.87 trillion by 2043.
In Africa, there are great opportunities. We have the numbers, we have innovative ideas, and we have similar realities. So we should take advantage of it, and that NEPA Business Group as an umbrella body for private sector development, we are open for business and we should be approached.
Need to strengthen Africa's private sector, access to finance, digitization, policy coordination, increase in intra-African trade, the need for standardization of produced goods in Africa, formed submission from various speakers and panelists.
The Agenda 2063 of African Union is recommending that our GDP growth should be at a revised rate of 8% per annum. There is a nexus between investment and GDP growth. It is the private sector that can viably and sustainably embark on investment projects.
Nigeria, stakeholders of NEPAD agree, offers a strong base of regional trade and innovation to build a self-reliant economy. In Lagos, Amaka O, NTA News.
Talking health now, clinical research is important in healthcare development, enabling testing of interventions and generating evidence for medical practice and public health policies. This is why experts are calling for increased investment in medical research and public awareness to further strengthen Nigeria's research landscape. Nigeria faces public health challenges like disease outbreaks and resistance. But the good news is that medical researchers are working tirelessly to provide solutions. Experts from the nation's Apex Medical Research Institute say Nigeria is progressing in its vaccine and drug development journey.
both among the populace, even among the healthcare workers. How much do we know about health research? What does it entail? How do you get results out of it?
The researchers described randomized clinical trials as the bridge between scientific discovery and patient care.
Most researches in cervical cancer prevention have been done solitary, either to improve HPV vaccination among girls or to improve HPV screening or cervical cancer screening among women. But this time around, we're using the mother-daughter pair approach. We're leveraging on the bond between mothers and daughters to improve this thing, thereby providing holistic cervical cancer prevention package.
Over the years, we have carried out, been part of different research programs involving HIV opportunistic infections and hepatitis viral infections.
With Nigerian researchers demonstrating commitment through ethical sound research, experts believe the outcomes will inform national policies and strengthen confidence in the research ecosystem. We're done with our contribution from Lagos. Nationwide continues in Maiduguri after this break.
Thank you for staying tuned. So before we get to the studio to join Waidam in Maiduguri, let's go outside the studio to join Abubakar Musa. Abubakar, we saw your report earlier on the strategies the state government is, deploying to promote ease of doing business, especially for post-insurgency economic recovery. So you want to fill us in on that?
Let me begin by taking us down memory lane. One of the critical sectors of the economy, the activities of Boko Haram insurgents in Borno government and concerned individuals have been showing unrelenting commitment to report we just took. The ease of doing business is among mechanisms put in place by the government of the day in the state to, to drive the process. Additionally, during the meeting, a lot of feedbacks, comments, observations, and recommendations were made by a significant proportion of participants towards achieving optimal results in the long run. Pressing issues, especially that of insecurity, were also identified during the high-level meeting, towards charting the way forward.
Walker, you want to share with us some of the opportunities, the residents of Maiduguri are being called to leverage on, especially with the ease of doing business mechanism already in place.
You take that again, Ruth.
The opportunities, that are bound there for residents of Maiduguri to leverage on, since the government is already positioning itself and the state to ensure there is an enabling environment for businesses to thrive.
Olin, hear the tail end of your question. I think that there's a problem with the connection.
Maiduguri, Abubakar, thank you so much. We're having a challenge, getting your clear signal. So I'm sure the message is clear. And we must commend the state government, talking about Maiduguri, for Borno state government, for providing that enabling environment for businesses to thrive and considering, strategies already put in place towards post-insurgency economic recovery. Thank you, Abubakar. Okay, so we're getting into the studio there, still staying in Maiduguri. Let's join Waidam. Let's see what she has for us there. Waidam?
In the studio, As part of efforts to strengthen Nigeria's economic cooperation and regional trade integration, Nigerian Economic Society has inaugurated its interim committee, Borno State chapter, with an accomplished economist, Professor Bello Alhaji Ibrahim, to serve as president. The event, held in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital, also focused on revitalizing cross-border trade amid security challenges, with a call for robust innovation and resilience in regional economic development. Abubakar Musa reports.
President of the interim committee, Professor Bello Alhaji Ibrahim, who is also the executive chairman of the Borno State Internal Revenue Service, thanked members for their trust and called for professionalism, dedication and ethical conduct in their duties.
I do not have any doubt that the society will look up to me to see that I make use of this opportunity to avail them of the privileges and opportunities that exist in the Nigerian Economic Society.
Nigerian Economic Society National President Baba Yusuf Musa praised Professor Bello's leadership and contributions to economic development in Borno and across Nigeria.
Practice that all the states in Nigeria should try to copy, and this will really enhance economic governance in the nation.
Commissioner for Finance and Economic Development Umar Lon Dalurima commended the committee and highlighted that cross-border trade fosters the exchange of goods, ideas and innovations. Representative of the Vice-Chancellor, University of Maiduguri, Professor Ahmed Mohamed Bruno, described the inauguration as a strategic step towards regional economic advancement. The event included paper presentation and presentation of awards to notable contributors, as well as the induction of committee members. In Maiduguri, Abubakar Musa, NCH News.
And a core member serving with the news department of the Nigerian Television Authority, Maiduguri Zonal Network Center, Evelyn Mwesegwa, has donated 60 liters of diesel to the station as part of her personal community development service. Evelyn Gwa
commended the zonal director and the entire management for their hospitality and a sense of belonging accorded to her throughout her entire service year in the organization.
I've spent close to a year here, and the hospitality that I've received from NTA staff is overwhelming to me, because I've been treated in a way that when others come from outside or I go out on a report and I'm asked if I'm a staff or a core member, when I tell them that I'm a core member, they're always surprised.
The core member appreciated everyone's support and commitment towards her growth, which prompted the giving of the 60 liters diesel to the organization. She recounted her experience prior and after her service year, stating that the operation of the organization is her priority. The zonal director, Mohammed Adam Derbita, appreciated the NYC scheme for the relentless efforts so far, and especially for the posting of core members to the organization, and appreciated Evelyn for the kind thought.
Evelyn, you have shown something that since I am in this organization, I have not seen any copper giving us a gift, or seeing with us with how we find ourselves in operations and say, oh, I need to contribute my quota.
He further told her that the organization would continue to cherish her support and selfless service throughout her service year. In Maiduguri, Angarju Anagawa, NTA News.
And that is our contribution from Maiduguri. It is back to Ruth in Abuja for the continuation of Nationwide. Thank you.
Very much, Waydam, and I must commend Evelyn there for that kind gesture there. All right, and talking about, doing the right thing, promoting education, especially for the girl child, investing in education of the girl child has been described as a profitable venture that would propel overall growth and transformation. We saw that with Evelyn, right? Now, this was the standpoint of stakeholders at a gathering marking the Day of the Girl Child, organized by Young Women of Africa, a non-governmental organization interested in the growth and development of the female child, especially in ensuring girls' access to education.
And we believe that as we have done the launch today, the organization will swing into action to begin to advocate for young women, particularly the girl child.
We're looking at primary school too, because we want to catch them young. Situation where they go to school and use one particular exercise book for 5 subjects or 10 subjects. We say no to that. We want a situation where we can share notebooks for children in primary school.
To pursue the development of the girl child across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones.
For all the good and wonderful thing he has done for Nigerian youths, and for his support, and for being a very good ambassador of the He for She.
The event included an award presentation where the Nigerian Television Authority was honored for its role in promoting youth-friendly content, particularly those highlighting the female gender in the media space. NTA's Director General Salihu Abdulhamid Dembas was honored as the best youth-friendly Director General. As Africa pushes to strengthen research capacity, innovation and regional academic collaboration, Nigeria has taken a major step with the launch of the African Center of Excellence Alliance. The initiative, unveiled by the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, is designed to boost scientific research, health and ICT development across higher institutions on the continent. Christiana Akonde reports.
A decade after its establishment, with Nigeria playing a leading role and hosting many centers, critical question continues to echo across the continent. Can Africa become a true hub for research and innovation? Today, the answer is yes. The Africa Center of Excellence Alliance has been created to build on these successes, sustaining collaboration, expanding networks among centers, strengthening academia industry partnerships, and deepening engagement with policymakers and key stakeholders.
By fostering excellence in research, teaching, and innovation, the ACEs are helping to shape the skilled workforce.
Through the ACEs, Nigeria has attracted regional students and faculty from across Africa, promoting integration and cross-border collaboration.
Through this alliance, the centers will not only continue their research and capacity building missions, but we also work together more strategically to influence policy, attract investment, and deliver impact on a larger scale.
Now is the time to act. To universities, we'd like to say, continue striving for excellence in teaching, research, and innovation.
The minister also unveils the ACE Compendium, a 4-volume publication documenting a decade of groundbreaking achievements across Nigeria's African Centers of Excellence. In Abuja, Christiana Akonde, NTA News.
So early on Panorama News, we were joined by the Vice Chairman NUJFCT, Comrade Yahaya and Babo, to discuss the urgent need to protect journalists in the course of carrying out their duties. Now, he also urged the government to put in place, legislations that safeguard the lives of journalists. Let's see that excerpt.
Journalist is like the intermediary between the public and the government. So attacking journalists is a form of intimidation that deprives the journalist to carry out his function to society efficiently. We have continued to clamor, we have continued to pass the message that the government institutions, law enforcement agencies should see journalists as a partner in national development. See, most of the journalists attacked, they are not attacked because they are doing something wrong. They were attacked because they want to ensure that the public get the right message. Now, what are we doing? One, we are carrying out advocacy. We are doing advocacy between the union, the Nigerian Union of Journalists, and various government institutions, and even the law enforcement agency, to make them see the reason why we need to work together to advance the democracy of Nigeria.
All right, talking about promoting press freedom there. Let's head to Benin. Uduak is set to bring us reports from her end.
To Benin. Now, Governor Monday Okpebholo has led a coalition of All Progressives Congress APC leaders to formally endorse President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for re-election in 2027. Correspondent Goodluck Kenani reports that the endorsement, which took place in Edo Central, brought together key political figures in the state.
Governor Okpebholo, while addressing party faithful, expressed gratitude to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his continued support to Edo people, particularly in infrastructure development. The governor promised to remain connected to his roots even after his tenure, emphasizing that service to the people remains his top priority.
The president is always there to support us. When I cried to Abuja to tell them about this road, I don't know how many of you saw that. The minister has to come here. He moved around on the road. He went back to Abuja and told the president, look, Okpebholo is right. It has been approved. In the next few days, you will see Caterpillar on that road walking. I don't know when they talk about nice.
Former Governor of Edo State, Senator Adams Oshomole, the Minister for Regional Development, Abubakar Momo, and General Sese Esiakaigbe, retired, praised both President Tinubu and Governor Okpebholo for fostering stability and development. New entrants from other political parties were formally welcomed into APC fold. With this endorsement, observers say Governor Okpebholo has positioned Edo APC as a united front firmly behind President Tinubu's 2027 re-election bid, signaling strong intra-party cohesion and renewed political energy across the state. In Benin, Goodluck Kenani, NT News. Driving along.
Commuters flying the Benin-Asaba Expressway have been assured that remediation work on one side of the road will be completed before the Yuletide season. The contracting firm working on the road spoke with our correspondent Goodluck Kenani, who was at the site for an update.
Driving along the Benin-Asaba Expressway is on its part challenging, but much a bigger challenge while navigating towards the Agbo Road by winner's axis. Driving successfully here could be likened to the biblical camel passing through the eye of the needle. It is in a bid to change the narratives that the 125-kilometer Benin-Asaba Expressway project was officially flagged off on the 23rd of March this year.
Current road is going to become a service road. We are going to give the main road on this area. That is the reason just we are evacuating all the materials here. Things are going to become more better on that sort of that.
We ensure that this road is constructed to the specification that we have given to the federal government that we are going to.
On the fate of residents that will be affected in the course of construction, the firm has this to say.
The federal government has said, this is what we want to do. We want to dualize it, make it a 10-lane. There are provisions for it. There's a program of works for it as well. As events unfold, we are going to take the right of way from Ring Road to where we are working.
Actually, I'm okay. I'm really excited. Since they started the work, I've been working with them. With what I'm seeing, Agbo Road will be the best.
We know the system. Even this police station, they said, people know the inside here. But as they want to and so, God will take control.
While the work is expected to be delivered in the next 3 years, observers advocate a more symbiotic relationship between the firm and the communities as a catalyst for speedy completion. In Benin, Goodluck Kenani, NT News.
And that's it from Benin. Ruth will be back with more reports from Abuja studio, but that will be after this time out.
Thank you for staying tuned. The Emir of Argungu and the Deputy Governor of Kebbi State have secured a federal government partnership for the 2026 Argungu International Fishing and Cultural Festival, with the Minister of Arts, Culture and Tourism and the Creative Economy. Gufan Shajungwai reports that this globally recognized festival is a vital celebration of the KB people's cultural heritage and a key platform for advancing Nigerian tourism and cross-cultural interaction, with the government committed to its success as a catalyst for economic diversification and national unity under the Renewed Hope agenda.
This ministry was established to be a catalyst for exactly this kind of growth, harnessing our cultural heritage for economic diversification and national unity.
The ministry's collaboration with the Committee on the 2026 Abuja International Cultural Festival will enhance cultural preservation, boost the creative economy, strengthen security, infrastructure.
The festival is holding next year from the 11th to 14th, and to invite the minister to please do the needful, bring in the weight of this ministry and all its agencies to work with us to ensure that the festival is staged as it should.
Federal government has also guaranteed the success of the 2026 Argungu International Featuring and Cultural Festival through a comprehensive strategy implemented via the 2026 budgetary process, which includes direct capital investment for site upgrades and road rehabilitation, deployment of a joint security task force, national support for event management, marketing and economic empowerment. And talking about promoting culture, with a decline in the value of Nigeria's rich cultural heritage, there is need for cultural reawakening to restore the nation's identity, promote national unity and build a stronger and more cohesive society. Hakim Jimo reports.
The rich cultural heritage of the Owu people came to play throughout the period. The epoch-making event lasted even as cultural troupes exhibited their skills in various performances. Owu communities dug it out in various competitions such as drama piece, singing, dancing, among others, where winners went home with prizes. The Olowu of Owu Kingdom, Oba Saka Adelola Matemilola, cut the symbolic yam, signifying the celebration of New Yam Festival by Owu people. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo, Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun, represented by the Deputy Governor Noimon Salako Oyedele, advocated the reawakening of indigenous culture and tradition of the people.
And our culture is the totality of our way of life. And never when it comes to the culture.
Festivals such as Olowu are catalysts for tourism development, community bonding, and cultural diplomacy.
This brings development, it brings harmony, and it brings the merchandise peace.
Olowu of Owu Kingdom, Oba Saka Adelola Matemilola, and his wives promised to continue to do everything possible to preserve and prevent cultural and traditional values.
We have decided to expand the scope of the activities this year. We decided to ensure that it's more exciting, to ensure that it's more interesting for people.
The theme of the 2025 Oduomolowu Festival is awakening the Owu spirit, home, heritage and hope. In Abeokuta, Hakim Jimo, NTN News.
So if you visited Abeokuta before, you know it's rich with cultural heritage. We join our correspondent, Yemi Dalemo. Yemi, I'm sure you have a lot to share with us on what the state is doing to preserve, this rich cultural heritage it has.
Well, thank you, Ruth, for joining us in Abeokuta. We are actually at the palace of the Olowu of Owu Kingdom, who recently celebrated the annual Odun Omo Olowu Festival, a very big festival in Abeokuta, the Ogun State. I also tell you that NTA was part of that festival because, like our mission projecting the true African perspective, we are also there live to project the rich cultural heritage of the Owu Kingdom. More so that NTA Abeokuta is also located on the Owu soil. Now, in Ogun State, we have 4 divisions of the state. We have the Ijebu, the Remo, the Yewa, and the Egbas. And each of these divisions has a very unique festival that is associated with them. For instance, in Ijebu, we have the famous annual Ojide-Oba Festival, celebrated 3rd day after the Ileya Festival, and the Agemo Festival, which is very important and unique to the people of Ijebu land. During this Agemo Festival, which comes up on July each year, is after that festival that the Ijebu people can go ahead to eat the new yam. In Yewa, we have Orono Festival, which brings sons and daughters of the community together to promote their identity. In Remo, we have the Remo Day celebration, which is very also unique in the sense that it brings together the culture and the tradition of the people, showcasing their heritage to the world. And also here in Egba, there are 2 main festivals here. We have the Lishabi Festival and we have the Oduomo Olowu Festival, which has just been celebrated. So in Egba, if you hear that I am from Lishabi Agbumbuakala, it means the person is telling you that he is from Egba land. And also if we heard somebody telling you that Imini Omo Olowu Oduru Omo Ajifikpe Shire, it means the person is praising his progenitors. You know, this festival put together has a way of connecting the people with their roots. So celebrating the cultural heritage of our people make us to foster understanding and promote unity among the people. It also defines who they are, promoting their uniqueness, their identity, fostering sense of belonging, and many other advantages like that. What about the economic benefits of this festival? Each time this festival are being celebrated in any of these communities, it boosts tourism, making people around the place, increasing their GDP also. People around the place make a lot of money, and when this festival are showcased to the world, it means that it helps them to also learn from one another. For instance, the Oduomo Olowu Festival that we have showcased now, other people will see 1 or 2 things that they like from that festival. So there are so many advantages of promoting our social, our cultural heritage.
You made it sound like a plate of amala, you know, with a wedu, pegiri, or the shakiatia body, the way you're describing all the festivals there. You should send me an invite when one is happening again. Thank you so much, Yemi. And talking about food, we're heading to the food basket of the nation. We're not talking food precisely, but in a significant effort to foster peace and strengthen community ties, the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement has held a dynamic workshop focused on peace building and the establishment of community-based structures in Benue State. Blessing Ebute reports.
Conflicts in Benue State have over the years become complex and multifaceted, with various factors contributing to its escalation. Addressing this will require a comprehensive approach that involves government, civil society organizations, and community stakeholders. The workshop, organized by the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement in collaboration with International Communities Organization and the North Central Development Commission, is aimed at addressing the pressing need for collaborative strategies to enhance community cohesion and reduce conflicts.
This meeting will bring out the opportunity for all of you to talk about how to build social cohesion, how to work together, how to work across divides and across communities.
There is synergy within the state and the federal government to ensure that there's peace in Benue and in Nigeria.
What we hope to achieve is to continue a sustainable peace, continue deliberate dialogue,
so that we can strengthen social cohesion across the regions, across Benue State.
The essence of government, as it is enshrined in the Constitution, is for the peace and well-being of the people. And so if your people are not in peace, if they are not happy, then who are you governing?
The workshop had paper presentations and participants engaged in interactive sessions that encouraged dialogue and shared experiences related to peace and community development. In Makurdi, Blessing Omeche Ibute, NTA.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu expresses deep sorrow over the passing of Chief Mrs. Esther Olufunke Athowere, the mother of Mr. Fola Athowere, former Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice of Lagos. In a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, President Tinubu describes the late matriarch as a woman of grace, fortitude and faith who devoted her life to family and community service. President Tinubu extends its heartfelt condolences to the entire Athowere family, encouraging them to take solace in Mama's endearing life of purpose. She passed away on October 29 at the age of 98. That concludes Nationwide. Thank you for your company. Do have a beautiful evening. I'm Ruth Aguwele.